Welcome to NWA 77. We have an amazing show lined up for you tonight. It will start with Odinson taking on EC3. EC3's been having his open challenges. Odinson has answered and the men fought to a draw in their last encounter. We will see who comes out on top tonight. We also have Natalia Markova challenging Kenzie Page for the NWA World Women's Championship. Kenzie Page has been ruling the women's division for 2 entire years. Markova has had plenty of shots but never been able to get the job done. Can tonight be her night? We will also see the Beast, Max the Impaler, take on Colby Carino in a street fight. These two have been at war for most of the year, ever since the Crockett Cup. Can Colby Carino overcome the Beast, or will James Mitchell's monster, Max the Impaler, run roughshod over the NWA once again? And in our main event, the whole effing show, Rob Van Dam defends his NWA World Heavyweight Championship against James Mitchell's Nomad Bishop Dyer. Can RVD defend the World Championship once more, or will the new Nomad be too much for RVD to handle? We'll find out all of this and more tonight at NWA 77. The show kicks off with a few pre-show matches, the first of which sees Little Guido defeat Rolando Perez in just under 6 minutes with a Fujiwara armbar. Again, us being in the Hammerstein Ballroom, a sort of home for ECW, we thought it'd be a good idea to bring Guido out for this one show, and it does in fact defeat Rolando Perez, getting a good rating of 41. The match overall gets a 36. In our second pre-show match, we see a 6 women's tag team match as the team of Kylie Page, La Rosa Negra and Ruthie J defeat Tiffany Nieves and the King Bees. Get a good performance by all, probably except Ruthie J, who gets a 21. La Rosa Negra being the best performer in the match, getting a 41, but a good way to get all these 6 women onto the card tonight. We then have a 43 rated 4 corners tag team match, in which the team of the Misery Faithful, Gags Gimp and Salvation, defeat the Bitiri, the Slime Balls, Big Calyx and Gregory Iron in just over 10 minutes when Salvation pins Tommy Rant. Quite a few of these are on one appearance deals that were local. The Bitiri and Big Calyx and Gregory Iron, they all do get quite good ratings. Again, the Bitiri getting around mid to high 40s, and Gregory Iron and Big Calyx doing quite well, so we may see these again soon. Again, have a look at what's going on. Excellent chemistry all round. But if we move to our final pre-show match, we have the team of the Southern Six, Kerry Morton and Alex Taylor, defeating Mims and Brian Idol for their third defense of the NWA United States Tag Team Championships. Good performances from the Southern Six. Idol and Mims may not be with us for that much longer, because again they keep getting low 30s, which isn't quite good enough for where I want them to be. But good performances for the Southern Six, defense number 3 of the United States Tag Team Championships. But we'll move on to the main show. The main show kicks off with a 10-man Battle Royal, gets a 43 rating. The 10-man Battle Royal is won by Zion, again defeating AJ Kazana, Alex Misery, Baron Von Storm, Carson Drake, Daisy Kill, Dylan McKay, Jay Bradley, Casey Kazana and Talos. So a good win for Zion. Good way to start the show, getting a 43. We then have Bishop Dyer. He's backstage and he says that tonight he'll become the NWA World Heavyweight Champion and he'll destroy RVD. He'll end his career in the NWA tonight. So we'll see if this takes place in the main event. We then have a match between the Diamonds and the Rough as they defend their NWA World Tag Team Championships against the team of Trevor Murdoch and Burchill. Again, a good defense for them, defeating two former champions, a former NWA World Heavyweight Champion in Trevor Murdoch, as Slade actually submits Burchill. A good second defense for the Diamonds in the Rough. Quite a good match at a 48. Slade getting a very high rating of 47, so it's definitely well worth pushing him. But we move on to our next segment. So after the Diamonds in the Rough have their victory, Johnny Swinger comes out to congratulate them. Diamond and Swinger, obviously Simon Diamond being the manager of the Diamonds in the Rough, begin to annoy the crowd, saying that they were the best team in ECW history and no one could ever beat them. But then the lights cut out. Enter Sandman starts to play over the loudspeakers, and when the lights come on, the Sandman, he is in the crowd. He is drinking his beer, he is swinging his Singapore cane, he makes his way down to the ring, he beats both Diamond and Swinger with his cane, and as they run off back down the ramp, he drinks alone in the ring. The Sandman is here, and he has run off Swinger and Diamond. Again, just like we had Guido in the pre-show, a good way to have the Sandman, a former ECW legend, on the show, as well as Johnny Swinger and Simon Diamond. So a good comedic little segment to split up all the seriousness. We then have Billy Corgan. He is back in the NWA for the first time since the Crockett Cup, the first time we've seen him. He says that in the time he's been off, he's noticed that the NWA has fallen into slight chaos. He realises he needs a strong leader to run the show as a general manager, and he says that he's found his GM, and they'll be revealed tonight. We move from Billy Corgan to the World Women's Tag Team Championships as Hayley J and Miss Star lose those Tag Team Championships to this team of High Five, formerly known as Caden Carter and Katana Chance in the WWE. Again, they have debuted in the NWA. Their no complete clauses have expired, and they are here, and they are now the NWA World Women's Tag Team Champions. We then have Tom Latimer and Mike Mondo in a match for the NWA World Television Championship, and Mike Mondo does make his first defense of the NWA World Television title. He has beaten Tom Latimer once again, and he can finally put Latimer behind him. Again, Tom Latimer has had a poor few months in the NWA, losing the World Heavyweight Championship and then being unable to gain the World Television Championship. Mike Mondo, after his win, he grabs the mic and he says that he is cashing in the TV title for a shot at the NWA World Heavyweight Championship when he's ready to. He doesn't plan on losing the belt. He is going to vacate it and win the NWA World Heavyweight Championship when he is ready. We then have Oliver Carter. He is backstage and he says he's ready to step up and challenge for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. He says he doesn't care if RVD retains, although they're very good friends, he will take him on. And he will always take on Bishop Dyer if Bishop is to win tonight. So Oliver Carter is ready for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. We then get a 47 rated match as Silas Mason defends his National Heavyweight Championship against Mike Sardell, Carnage and Weber Hatfield. A good win for Silas Mason as he pins Weber Hatfield. Again, good ratings all round. Silas Mason getting a 39, Sardell and Carnage getting 42s, and Weber Hatfield getting a 46, equaling out to a 47 rated match. So a good match all round and a good defence for the National Heavyweight Championship and Silas Mason. We'll then go to Alex Taylor as he defends his Junior Heavyweight Championship against the debuting TJP. In his second match of the night, he can't repeat what he did in the pre-show as TJP does defeat Alex Taylor after a botched interference by Kerry Morton. So Morton comes out, tries to distract TJP, tries to get a chair and hit TJP with this, but instead he gets Alex Taylor leading to TJP then defeating him for the Junior Heavyweight Championship. So the Southern Six, whilst they're strong, they may not be as strong as they believe. We then have EC3. He says that Odinson may be big, he may be strong, but he is not the Overman. And tonight, he will send Odinson back to Asgard. And that match is up next. EC3 versus Odinson. And in that match, a 43 rated match, Odinson defeats EC3 using underhand tactics. Again, he grabs the tights as he rolls him up for the 3. So EC3 has been defeated by Odinson. A huge win for Odinson. But this may leave EC3 in limbo as he has lost another big match. Again, Odinson a performance of 39, EC3 performance of 44, a good 43 rated match. We then have Kenzie Page once again defeating Natalia Markova for the NWA World Women's Championship. Defense number 31 for Kenzie Page. Natalia Markova having another shot and not being able to get the job done. But she does not defeat her cleanly. Kylie Page does cause an interference to Natalia Markova. So we'll see how this story progresses. We have Kenzie celebrating after beating Markova, but she seems to be leaving Kylie Page, who did the majority of the work to win that match, out. Kylie tries to celebrate with her, but Kenzie just brushes her off. She holds the belt up herself, saying she's the champion, and she doesn't need Kylie's help. Kylie obviously has won that match for her, causing the interference to Natalia Markova. So we'll see how these two sisters work together in the future. We then have another excellent match, a 52 rated match, as Colby Corino does in fact defeat Max the Impaler in a street fight. Again, a really good match between the two. Max the Impaler being off their game, but still getting a 50 rating, and Colby Corino being excellent, getting a 64. We also saw Colby Corino take a stump bump during this match, and this match has got the crowd absolutely buzzing. A fantastic street fight between the two. So we'll see what the future holds for both these competitors in Max the Impaler and Colby Corino. After the match, Father James Mitchell sends PCO down to attack Colby Corino. Both PCO and Max are beating down on Corino when the lights go out once again. Familiar music hits as Mark Henry makes his way down to the ring. Max and PCO clear the ring before Mark Henry can get there. He grabs the mic once he's there, and he says that he is the new general manager of the NWA, and nobody is going to be messing with the world's strongest man. So Mark Henry is the new GM of the NWA, the man that Billy Corgan was talking about. You can't have a stronger general manager than the world's strongest man. But now, it is time for the NWA 77 main event. The World's Heavyweight Championship is on the line between RVD and Bishop Dyer. And in a 62 rated match, I believe that's the best match of the series so far, Bishop Dyer does in fact defeat Rob Van Dam with the end of days. A fantastic match between the two, and we have a new NWA World's Heavyweight Champion in the Nomad Bishop Dyer. So we'll see how the landscape of the NWA changes after this match. After the match, after Bishop Dyer has cleared from the ring, from the ramp, Rob Van Dam grabs a microphone. He says that his run with the NWA World Heavyweight Championship has been amazing, but now he knows that he isn't quite as fast, isn't quite as strong as he used to be, and he can't quite keep up with the stars of today. He thanks the fans and says that tonight was his last night as an active wrestler, not just in the NWA, but in wrestling altogether. He leaves his boots in the ring as the show goes off the air, and the crowd shout thank you RVD. So that was RVD's official last match as he retires from professional wrestling. So if we finish the show, we'll see what rating we get. So in a fantastic show all round, we get an overall rating of 60, which is 3 ratings higher than our best show, which was Worldwide 1. So an absolutely fantastic show, a stacked card, and a brilliant way to have NWA 77. Again, in front of 915 people, almost a sellout in the Hammerstein Ballroom. Increases our popularity in 24 regions, and we'll see what it's increased it to. So we'll be praising Colby Corino for his great performance tonight. He did get 64, the best on the card, and we'll be giving RVD a hug as he retires from active competition. So Colby Corino is pleased, as is RVD. We'll have a look to see if we made any money and our popularity raises. So we did make $12,000 on this show, a lot more than we're used to making. We made $13,000 of broadcast revenue, as well as almost $11,000 in ticket sales. Again, an absolutely fantastic show. Every single wrestler we have was actually on this card tonight, which equals out to a worker's cost of around just under $9,000, but a good way to make a profit on this show. If we look at our popularity recaps, we haven't actually raised popularity anywhere, but we have gained in all these areas you can see. But again, a good show all round. We haven't actually gone up any popularity points, but we've still managed to raise our popularity in these regions. But that will be the end of NWA 77, and we'll see you back at the home screen. So we are back in the home screen now. As you can see, Yota Tsuji has won the G1 Climax. Again, we'll see who he has beat in the final. So Yota Tsuji defeated Yuya Uemura in a cage match to win the G1 this year. So he'll be going on to Wrestle Kingdom in January to face whoever may be the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. But in terms of our emails, our viewing figures, we got 37,000 viewers overall for NWA 77. So 10,000 viewers more than we usually get. So an absolutely fantastic turnout for NWA 77. But with this is where we will be ending the episode. So as you can see, or as you've just seen, tonight the landscape for the NWA completely changed. We have a new NWA World Heavyweight Champion in Bishop Dyer, and Rob Van Dam has officially retired. But we'll come back to you for NWA Sam Hain 3 when we get to September. Again, that will be our September event. There may be a couple more after that as well, but that is where we'll come to. So thank you very much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe and share if you do enjoy this, and I'll see you at NWA Sam Hain 3.